And is both termination and a goal. When we say and is a termination, it is completing or finishing the activity, task, or an act that we did. And when we say and is a goal, it is achieving the purpose. Why did you do such an act, activity, or a task? Like, for example, we student teachers going to college. And as termination is when we finish or complete the degree that we chose. And when we say and is a goal, it is achieving the purpose why we chose to finish the college degree that we have. So like for example, as student teachers, we chose to finish this college degree to be a professional teacher to help the society or our family.
So, in ethics, appetency refers to a person's natural inclination or desire for something. So, based on what I understand, appetency is our cravings for certain things, such as happiness or pleasure or personal fulfillment. So, in appetency, it can influence our choices and actions, and it also guides us towards what we perceive as valuable or beneficial. So, if we really have a strong desire for something, or if we crave for certain things, we will do anything for us to have personal fulfillment. And in that way, it can really influence our actions and our choices. So, appetency guides us towards what we perceive as valuable or beneficial because our brains are wired for certain things we need for survival. So, for example, nako na ko'y friend, si Sarah. Dayon, ganan siya o kanang adventure, travel. Pero, sa unique na mga experiences, ganan siya og kanang mga kaning unknown na places or kaning unexplored. So, one day nakakita siya og documentary about sa scuba diving. Dayon, naka-feel siya og strong desire. So, tungod sa iyang strong desire, dito na nagsugod na kuan kaning nag pursue siya og scuba diving sa sa pag-pursue niya og scuba diving, nahimo na niya to og hobby. So nag-invest na siya og time, effort, dayon nakabalo na siya og mga scuba diving techniques, dayon naka-explore na siya sa underwater na mga ecosystems. So tungod sa iyahong kuan kaning strong desire, um kanang iyang mga adlaw na kag ipahuway niya kay iya nagyong gilaan para mo tuan kaning mo scuba diving. So nag-apil na siya og mga sports, diving sports, dayon mag-vacation siya og kanang mga kuan kaning renowned nga mga diving destination. So ang strong desire ni Sarah sa scuba diving kay nahimo na gud niya nga passion. Dayon tuan mo participate siya og mga kuan na kay mga underwater nga photography contest. Dayon ganahan na gid siya na i-conserve ang ato ang marine life. So sa apitansi ni Sarah sa pag-adventure or pag-explore sa world kay nag um, nahimo og nahimo to og way na ma-discover niya and ma-pursue niya ang scuba diving. So, ang scuba diving pod ang nag-shape sa iyang lifestyle karon and iyang hobbies and iyang personal growth. So, in ethics, natural appetency refers to our natural desire towards certain things or actions. So, it exists without any sort of knowledge. For example, si Sarah. So, si Sarah had a strong desire for music. So, ever since bata pa siya, kay nagyud siya passion sa music. So, as tidako siya, mas ni stronger iyahong desire for music. So, Ni-attend siya og mga local na music festivals. So, as naa siya sa musical festival kay makita gyud nimo iyang joy sa pag-attend niya sa sa music festival kay lagi naa siya strong desire for music. So, makita jud nimo nga nag-enjoy siya sa mga live bands, mga sayaw-sayaw. So, ma-feel gid nimo iyang connection sa music. So, music kay murag gadala sa kinabuhi ni Sarah. Kay ang music is nag-motivate siya ni Sarah na mo explore og mga bag-o na mga musical experiences like kanang mga nag-try na siya og mga instruments, play og instruments, and nag-shape pod siya sa identity ni Sarah, which is iyang strong desire for na siya strong desire for music, and also na siya fulfillment and happiness sa life ni Sarah. So this example demonstrates how natural appetency drives behavior, choices, and enjoyment.
So, good morning everyone. I am Gretchen Enyosga, and today I will be discussing the two kinds of appetency. So, the first appetency, when our natural desire or inclinations are activated and put into action by the sensations we experience through our senses, it is known as sense appetency or sensual appetite. In simpler terms, sense appetency or sensual appetite refers to the process where our inherent desires or inclination are triggered and acted upon by the sensory information we receive. It means that our senses play a role in arousing and motivating our natural tendencies or cravings. So just like for example, you are walking down the street, then suddenly nakasimot ka og humot kaayo nga humba, and then humba is your favorite sudan. Dayon, tungod sa kahumot sa humba, it triggers your natural inclination, and it start you to feel a strong desire for humba. So, in this example, the sense of smell activates your desire for humba. The sensory experience of the aroma influences your actions and motivates you to seek and satisfy your cravings. The connection between the sensory perception and the resulting appetency is what we refer to as sense appetency or sensual appetite. So, here's another example. Imagine that naa ka sa beach on a sunny day. So, while you are walking down the shore, you feel the warmth of the sun between your toes. You hear the sound of the gentle sounds of the waves that crashing, and you see the vibrant blue colors of the ocean. So these sensory experiences through your sense of touch, sense of hearing, sense of sight activates a sense appetence or sensual appetite for relaxation and enjoyment. So you may feel an inclination to find a comfortable spot for you to lie down, listen to the soothing sounds of the waves, and bask in the warmth of the sun. The sensory input from your surroundings steers your desires for relaxation and leisure, prompting you to act upon it by finding a peaceful spot to unwind and fully enjoy the beach experience. So, in this example, the sensory sensation of warmth, sound, and visual beauty trigger a sense appetency or sensual appetite for relaxation and enjoyment. So, your desires and inclinations are activated and put into action by the sensory information you receive. guiding you towards activities that align with your sensory experiences. So, another kind of appetency is will or rational appetency. This appetency which is steered into action by intellectual knowledge. So, will or rational appetency refers to the process where our intellectual understanding or reasoning triggers and motivates our desires or inclinations. It means that our thoughts, knowledge, or rational thinking play a role in stimulating and directing our actions based on our intentions or goals. So, for example, you have an upcoming exam. You know that studying diligently is important for achieving a good grade, and you understand that putting in the effort and dedicating time to study will increase your chances of success. So, your intellectual knowledge and reasoning about the connection between studying and achieving good grades trigger your desire to study. So, your will or rational appetency then drives you to take necessary actions and make the necessary effort to study effectively, increasing your chances of success in the exam.
Classification of ends. Here we can recognize the end of the act and the end of the agent, the proximate and the remote ends, and lastly is the intermediate and the ultimate ends. So first, I will be discussing the end of the act. The end of the act is the end toward which the act of its own nature tends. For example, the act of giving food and shelter to destitute persons tends to its nature towards the relief of distress, and we say that the relief of distress is the end of the act.
Hello everyone, good day. I am Daniela Marie E. Estrada and I will be the one to discuss to you the next classification of end, which is the end of the agent. So in ethics, the end of an agent refers to an ultimate goal or purpose they have in mind when they perform a particular action. So it's like the reason why they are doing something. So, for example, let's say someone is giving food and shelter to those persons who are in need. So, the end or the goal they have in mind could be different depending on their motivations. One person might do it because they believe it will earn them favor or grace from a higher power like God. So, their ultimate goal is to increase their merit before God. Other person might do it also to build a reputation as a generous and kind individual. So, the other person's goal is to be seen as someone who is generous and caring. And yet, other person might simply do it because they genuinely want to alleviate the sufferings and distress of those who are in need. So their goal aligns with the act itself. So when we talk about the end in ethics, we are usually referring to a specific goal or purpose that the agent has in mind when they act. That's all for my part and I hope you learned something.
Good day, everyone. I am Eldegorda Cirilia Doriada, and today I'll be going to discuss the proximate end. So, what is the proximate end? Proximate end refers to the immediate goal or purpose of an action or behavior. It represents the desired outcome that an individual seeks to achieve through their action in the short term. The proximate end is the more immediate objective that serves as a means to achieve a broader or ultimate end. To clarify further, let's break down the concept using an example. For example, let's say you're feeling hungry and you decide to make yourself a sandwich. The proximate end in a case would be making a sandwich. The immediate goal or purpose of your action is to satisfy your hunger and fulfill your desire by making a quick and convenient meal. So, the proximate end is the outcomes or the purpose of your action.
Good day, everyone. I am Francesca Brizzi T. Homsmos, and today I will tell you about what is intermediate end. So let's define first what is intermediate end. Intermediate end is the purpose that is desired as means of obtaining another things. So in simple definition, it is an end considered a means towards another end. So for example, you enter in the seminary. So what is your ultimate goal while you enter in the seminary? Of course, your ultimate goal is to become a priest. So everything that you did inside the seminary is what we call the intermediate end. So you study hard there, you follow the rules, and you show a good character. So all of those are what we call the intermediate end.
So before we proceed to the next topic, I just want to introduce myself first. I am Durban Elaine Joy, and yeah, so this is my topic. It's all about remote end. Remote end is what a person hopes to achieve by means of the proximate ends. So in short, it is a purpose of your action or of their action. So, makita naman nato sa okay. Next. So, I have example here. So, example ha. So, nagkaon ka. So, syempre, kung nagkaon ka, so, syempre, mabusog jud ka. So, kaning mabusog ta, that is proximate end. Again, kanang nikaon ka, kanya, nabusog ka ana, that is proximate end. So, when we say proximate end, it is the outcomes of your action. Again, when we say proximate end, it is the outcomes of your action. Kung sa remote end, di ba, diri na, busog ka, that is proximate end. When we say remote end, it is the purpose of your action. So, syempre, mabusog ka kay because you want to become healthier. Right? So, simple jud guys sa tanan ba. So again ha, diri nga part kung busog ka, that is proximate end. When we say remote end, the purpose nganong nabusog ka, so the answer ana is to become healthier. Very simple. That would be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Jezabel Silorigad and my topic is all about ultimate end. And ultimate end and intermediate end is it is related. An intermediate end was already discussed by other reporter and I am just going to explain why is ultimate end and intermediate end why is it connected. You must attain first the intermediate end before achieving the ultimate end. So when we say ultimate end, it is the purpose which is desired for its own sake, not because of something else. For example, right now I am studying in college and my purpose is to graduate college and to have a good work in the future. And that is an ultimate and my purpose is to graduate college. And the intermediate and in there is the process of it is the process which consists of studying, attending classes, taking exams, recitations, and so on. So that is the intermediate and it is connected. So why does I have to reiterate that it is connected? because as what I have said earlier, you must attain first the intermediate end before achieving the ultimate end. Next example here is if I have a fever. So if para maayo ko is I have to take a medicine to reduce my fever. And that is the ultimate end. My goal is for me to become better. And the intermediate and in there is the intermediate in there is the process of para maayo ko. So if I have to go to the hospital or to a doctor to consult of unsay akong angay in non. So that's the ultimate end, and it is a connected to intermediate end.
I am Sagrada Mission. So, end relatively ultimate, this refers to the ultimate end within a specific series or chain of ends. Consider that the overall ultimate end of a person's entire life and all their actions. So, a series of ends refers to a sequence or progression of goals or purpose that a person may pursue. Each goal or purpose in the series leads to another, and the ultimate end of the series is the final goal or purpose that is set. The concept of end relatively ultimate emphasizes that this ultimate end is not the ultimate end in the absolute sense, but rather in relation to the specific series of ends being considered. It is the highest or final goal within that particular series, but there may be other ultimate end when considering the broader scope of a person's entire life and all their actions. So, end relatively ultimate, it is refers to the ultimate end within a specific series or chain of ends, recognizing that it is not the ultimate end of a person's entire life and all their actions, but rather within the context of that particular series. The term absolute ultimate end appears to be a combination of two similar concepts, the ultimate end and absolutely ultimate. Ultimate end refers to the highest or ultimate goal or purpose that human beings strive for their actions. It represents the ultimate aim that gives meaning and direction to our lives, while absolutely ultimate, it suggests an emphasis on the absolute or ultimate nature of something. It implies the concept or idea being referred to is the highest degree without any further qualification or condition. Absolutely ultimate end could be interpreted as the ultimate goal or purpose of all human acts is considered absolute and without any further conditions or qualifications. It implies that this end is not contingent upon any other factor or consideration, but is the definitive and ultimate objective that underlies all human